quite possibly the dumbest idea I've had all week. But there you go, maybe I'll explain more about that in a voiceover.
Against my better judgment, I've started doing these vlogs to push myself a little bit, you know, document the process of trying to do new things and therefore actually trying to do new things. I don't know if sometimes I could be putting too much pressure on myself. Skateboarding is supposed to be fun, but if you're stressing about not being able to do something, that's not fun, and nobody wants to be that person either. So I have an example. I am really struggling with Ollies. I ollied over a stick, if that means anything to anyone.
Surely that's the best one.
I'm still struggling with them. Case in point, I took myself old school to a local car park when it was a crappy day last week, and was going to record myself just going through the motions, pushing myself to get a good consistent standing ollie. It was super windy outside, so although I was covered from the rain, there was a strong wind blowing in, and it's a sketchy car park, so I was putting quite a lot of attention on what was happening around me. It wasn't feeling great, I decided to try moving. Within 2 or 3 failed attempts at a moving ollie, and I mean not even getting the board off the ground, not like, oh, it was a no pop ollie, it was like the board's not coming off the ground. I just got completely in my own head and really freaked out about it. I've never felt so angry at skateboarding as I did in that moment. Really stressed me out. Like really like made me want to stop. Yeah. I had to think about it. I went in with really high expectations. I kind of thought that I was going to get my standing ollie really clean, and then the rest of the session would be about, honestly, I thought I was going to be able to ollie over something by the end of the session. You forget that skateboarding is really hard. It doesn't have this really linear progress. Sometimes you can learn a thing and the next day completely forget how to do it. I have a perception that doing an ollie is a really simple thing, and you know, it's not. It's a foundational trick, but it's really quite difficult. I guess my point is, skateboarding's hard. It's really, really hard, and we all know that, but we forget sometimes, and we kind of like think that we've got it, and then it will throw you a curveball. The important thing is to not let that stuff really get you down. Remember that skateboarding is supposed to be fun, and there's probably a bunch of things that you've learned that you couldn't do a year ago that you can do now really confidently, and this just happens to be your albatross. If you liked this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel. It's about a guy having a midlife crisis making vlogs that he doesn't want to make, and skateboarding for all the wrong reasons.